We are a few weeks away from Advocacy University starting for the fall session. First come, first serve. Remember, when we hit that cap, registration's closed. Now, one of the teasers or one of the things that I think is unique about Advocacy University that I want to share with you today is there's a common misunderstanding with regards to application of and prioritizing a child's individual circumstances, which is in the Injure F decision. And many of the state departments across the country, along with aspects of the federal government, quite frankly, just don't hammer this enough with regards to information and understanding on a school level. And so we tend to have very dysfunctional IEP teams, and it varies widely across the country depending on understanding of application of this concept. And guys, depending on the nature of your child's disability and how it manifests within the schools, their eligibility category doesn't necessarily matter. It doesn't necessarily mean anything other than they've been recognized as a child with a qualifying disability and in need of specialized instruction. That's it. Okay? That next step of taking your child's individual circumstances, which is connected to their diagnostic manifestations, and then prioritizing their educational performance areas. Their educational performance areas, it's academics, it can be communication, it can be social emotional development, and in some of our children, it could be functional and independent living skills. Okay? So you take these 4 educational performance areas, and what is supposed to be best practice, and this is supposed to be how you develop a good substantive IEP that is designed to provide a free, appropriate public education, is you prioritize those areas. What is it that is the most important need? What aspects of the child's manifested disability clouding the child's ability to make tangible, measurable progress across all of these areas? Okay? Most school systems across the country singularly look at academics and they go, well, we're an academic or an educational organization, and that is absolutely false. Under this law, with this funding, that is not the case, okay? Communication, social emotional development, and functional independent living skills are just as important, and there is nothing in the law that gives academics primacy over the other areas. Nowhere. As this child requires specialized instruction across the gambit. So you don't sit there and say, well, we're an academic institution, therefore, and I really get sick of schools also saying that they're not therapeutic settings. What do you think self-contained environments are? What do you think related service rooms are with occupational therapists and speech-language pathologists and PTs? There is therapeutic intervention being done within our schools. It's done all the time. Applied behavior analytics, done. ABA therapy, it's done within our schools. So anybody, any school personnel that says to the client, it's just ignorance, or it's intentional deception to sit there and not have to provide these things. So either way, you need to sit down and understand what areas for your child needs to be prioritized. But that's what we teach in Advocacy University. It's the correct and full understanding of how to develop a good IEP that is meaningful and helps your child develop according to their individual circumstances. And then the meaningful and practical strategies in order to get that embedded into your child's IEP. That's what sets Advocacy University apart from the other programs out there. It's not just about teaching you the law, guys. That's sort of broad brush. The law is very ambiguous in this area. Very broad, and it's intentionally broad for a reason. All right? So we take all of that, teach you the broad, ambiguous aspects of the law, but then we dive into the minutia of what matters for your child and what matters for their progress on your IEP team, and then teach you how to get that done.